Phil, I understand heel pain is the #1 foot pathology. Specifically, you're going to tell us a little bit about plantar fasciitis.
Yes, that's correct, Bruce. If we look at this picture here, we'll see the common area of pain is underneath the base of the heel. And the common term medically is plantar fasciitis, which means inflammation of the plantar fascia, but more at the base or the origin of it. What patients normally complain of is a pain that initially can occur on rising, whether it's getting out of bed in the morning or sitting down for a long period of time, then standing up quickly. What happens is they get a sharp, piercing pain underneath the base of the heel, much like a stone bruise. They tend to hobble around for a few minutes and then the pain seems to disperse and go away. However, if they sit down or lie down, the next morning it occurs again. Now what happens here, I say to a lot of people, when you're in bed lying down, your foot is actually in a relaxed position. Your arch has no strain on it, and we all know medically that the plantar fascia runs from the base of the calcaneus, the tibial tubercle, runs up to the forefoot and splits into the 5 metatarsal areas like this. Now if you're in bed like this, the plantar fascia is much like a bowstring. There's your bow, and the fascia forms the bowstring. As soon as you get up in the morning, you put all your weight on your foot tends to pronate excessively due to the nature versus civilization aspect, and when you collapse the mid-tarsal area due to excess pronation, it creates a massive force over the origin of the plantar fascia. If you look at the foot, you'll see most of the weight runs over this rear section, so you get the detachment at the heel, not in the middle of the foot or in the front of the foot.
The tractional force you're talking about.
Exactly. So you sit down, your foot is relaxed, you stand up, bang. And the trick is here is when you stand up in the morning or you get out of bed, I caution patients to get out of bed very slowly, because as soon as you get that pain, you've ruptured microscopically the plantar fascia. You get bleeding into that area, and then later on, you're not breaking the cycle. So what I advise is the use of an orthotic, or even better, a sandal beside the bed, an ortho-heel sandal, say, or some product that is orthotic in respect, so that you don't get out, collapse the foot, and create that chain reaction day by day.
Before the blue dye can be applied to the nail, it's important that we thin the nail down as much as possible. This is painless. We use a burr to do this. We use a blue dye to make the fungal cells sensitive to light. Fungal cells are different to human cells because they have a cell wall. A special blue dye that we put on makes them sensitive to light, which causes the cell walls to break down. And this is what destroys the fungal cells, but is completely harmless to the human cells. So the blue dye we place on the nail is quite intense in colour, and it needs to be left on for about 10 minutes to any of the affected nails. Once this has had a chance to stain the fungal cells, we can then apply the light. And the light will be applied for 9.5 minutes for each nail. Once the blue dye has been left on for 10 minutes, we can then use the light from the PACT unit. And this introduces light to the subject at a particular frequency. And it's 9.5 minutes we apply it for. It's painless and it's completely harmless to human cells as well. But these sensitised fungal cells will now react to the light. It gets placed over the nail. And now it's just a case of being patient and waiting. This process is repeated 3 times in the first week. It's important that it happens 3 times in the first week to get the most benefit from the treatment. And then after 3 months' time we can review again, at which point hopefully the nail will be showing signs of clear, healthy regrowth at the base of the nail. More severe cases of fungal nail infection may require monthly treatments, and you'd be looking for about 6 months for resolution.
Hi, my name is Philip Vasili. I'm an Australian podiatrist and I've been in practice for over 25 years. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about orthotic technology, how these devices work, more importantly, how can they treat the common aches and pains that we suffer from heel pain, knee pain, and even back pain. Now as a podiatrist specialising in biomechanics, I've learned to understand how important the human foot is. We take between 5,000 to 8,000 footsteps per day on a very small unit which contains 26 to 28 bones per foot. So it is important that the foot is working correctly to prevent many of these common aches and pains that we do suffer from every day. When walking, our feet are the only interface with the ground. When we look at how the forces of walking can lead to common aches and pains, such as pain under the heel, pain at the back of the heel, and knee pain, one movement we are very interested in is called pronation. Pronation is the normal part of walking that happens every time we take a step. It is the movement that occurs during the period from the heel hitting the ground to the foot being flat on the ground. Now I'm going to talk to you about excess pronation, firstly what it is, and secondly how it affects the human body, from the foot through to the knee and even to the back. As you can see with Lauren, I've drawn a dot on her knee and also a dotted line down the front of her leg through to her ankle and to her second toe. If you look at this line, you'll see a curvature inwards. This is called excess pronation and it affects the majority of the population. Now this occurs because we're walking on hard, flat surfaces which causes our feet to roll over and our arches to collapse. Now as a podiatrist, what I want to see with Lauren's foot is this posture. As you can see, the arch rises, the knee realigns, and this line becomes a lot more straight. Now if Lauren holds it there, that looks correct, and it is correct. Now if I let Lauren relax her body, you'll see that her body rolls over. This is called the excess pronation. We get the rotation of the leg which affects the knee, and also the muscles in the leg pull and the feet collapses. Now this causes many aches and pains, much like bad wheel alignment on a car. It runs right from your foot, through to your shins, into your knee and up to your back. So how can orthotic technology help? Our orthotic technology is shown to reduce overpronation, which can cause problems such as heel pain, knee pain and even back pain. Now if we look at the line on Lauren's leg, you'll see it curved inwards. This is what we call excess pronation. Now if I place the orthotic device under her foot, which runs from her heel up through her arch to her forefoot, look at the difference. Very dramatic improvement of the line of the knee, through to the shin, the ankle and the forefoot. Even the height of her arch is improved. Again, if I take it out, watch the difference. Lauren's foot pronates again, which rolls in, causing the arch to collapse, the leg to rotate inwards, which strains the musculature here, rotates the knee, commonly causing knee pain and even affecting the back. Once more, we're going to show the correction with the orthotic device. And here we can see the perfect alignment of the knee, the shin, and even the foot. This technology is available in all of our orthotic products, and it is built right into our footwear range.
Lower back pain, and again let me say this, I'm talking about pain in your lower back that has not come from an injury or a herniated disc or a spondylolisthesis or some condition that is medically not connected to the biomechanics of the foot and lower foundation structures. I'm talking about back pain, and there's been a lot of research done in the last few years showing that the hard, flat ground we walk on causes our feet to pronate and collapse. And when your feet pronate and collapse, your knees internally rotate, which I'll show you on our physical model shortly, which causes a rotation or tilt in our pelvis. Now, a lot of people will say, I've got a dull ache in the lower part of my back, and you know, I may have been to a physiotherapist, and the physiotherapist said, well, listen, go and strengthen your stomach muscles. Strengthen those muscles because it'll take the pressure off your back. I say this, it's good to strengthen your stomach muscles, and a lot of times they do need strengthening, but why are they weak in the first place? And why are the muscles in your back tighter, and why is this imbalance occurring? Let's not say you've got a tight muscle here and a weak muscle there and just balance them up. Let's ask ourselves, why are they like that? Generally, the reason is because we have a mechanical problem occurring which makes one muscle stronger and one muscle weaker. Now, you know this from going to the gymnasium. How many times have you been to a gym and the exercise instructor there says, if you want to do this exercise properly, do it this way? What is he saying? Unless your bones are working in the correct posture, you're working the muscles incorrectly so that you will cause an imbalance and possible injury. Now, in lower back pain, I have made so many orthotics, like I've lost count, to be honest. And when I first started making orthotics, I didn't treat back pain. I treated the feet. But everybody would come back to me and say, you know, Phil, my back is so much better. And after sort of doing so much work with the foot, I made it a point in my own head is to find out how do orthotics, in particular orthoheel, help with low back pain. So let's just go to our foot model and I'll show you a physical example of how this can occur. When looking at back pain, the most common area of back pain is in this low lumbosacral area here. And commonly it's not caused by an injury or an accident, as in certain cases. We're talking about low back pain and tightness due to simply poor posture of the lower leg, which affects the knee and the hip and therefore the whole pelvic girdle. Many times, as I said, the pelvis becomes loose, and as the feet roll inwards, it tilts the pelvis forward, which increases the curvature of the lower back, causing pain. Now, if Lauren wears orthotics or orthoheel, we twist the feet out, it pulls the stomach area in, reduces the curvature of the back, and therefore balances up this lower area of her abdomen and back, removing this common cause of lower back pain.
Hi everyone, Rachel here from Galleria Podiatry. Summer's just around the corner and patients often ask us, what can I do with my orthotics in summer? I don't have any shoes that fit my orthotics and I can't continue to wear my sneakers or my enclosed shoes in summer, it's just too hot. Well, I've got Tom here from Paramed Australia, who's the owner of Paramed Lab, and he's got some exciting news to share with us all.
Yeah, thanks, Rachel. What we were able to do with our Paramed technology is not only manufacture the patient's orthotics for you to fit into their sandals or their work shoes or their boots, but also we can then transform their orthotic prescription into a pair of orthotic thongs. So essentially, the patient's orthotic made into an orthotic thong, which is custom fit with the volume of that patient's foot, with an Italian leather strap, fitted with an outsole in clinic on the outsole, which is non-scuffing, non-marking, able to be worn in the house, on the tiles, wooden floors, allows the patient to be at work, their sporting activity wearing their orthotic devices, weekends, at home, wearing their orthotic thongs to ensure they're getting the maximum amount of control and support and comfort.
How awesome is that? So that's right, you heard it. We can make your custom-made orthotics into a thong. You can pick the colour strap that you like. There's all sorts of different variations that we can do. Problem solved, guys. Summer is sorted. Any questions, please comment below and we're more than happy to answer them for you. Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.
During the sizzle of summer, women can't wait to expose their toes. Strappy, sexy sandals are a must for many, unless you're like medical assistant Donna Luther.
I wear closed-in shoes instead of sandals in the summer.
Donna stopped wearing sandals and painting her pinkies years ago after dropping something on her toe, damaging the nail.
It's just, you know, ugly.
Donna decided to restore her toenail with a new procedure called Cariflex. It's brand new and done by the foot doctor she works for. Donna says it was a patient who convinced her.
She loved it. She just couldn't believe, you know, that something like this is possible.
Podiatrist Stephen Monaco says he can replace toenails that are broken or destroyed by fungus, taking them from this to this.
We're putting it over deformed nails or diseased nails, and because of that it needs to be medically applied, and that's where the difference between us and a salon comes in.
Dr. Monaco removes the damaged part of the nail, treats any fungus, then builds a new nail right into the nail bed. It's dried by ultraviolet light. Donna's new toe is ready in about 15 minutes.
It is magnificent.
Remember what it looked like before?
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's a flexible polymer. It's not rigid acrylic, so that the material stays on the nail better. It adheres better. It doesn't pop off. It's flexible. It moves with the nail.
It'll need occasional touch-ups as the real nail grows back. Dr. Monaco says he's treated grateful women and men.
Some of them have always been almost been to the point of tears because they're so glad that they have a normal-looking nail again.
Do you know that our feet were designed to function on soft, natural surfaces such as grass, soil and sand? Yet most of us spend the majority of our time in unsupportive shoes, walking on hard, flat, unnatural surfaces. Hi, I'm Philip Vasili, and I've spent over 30 years as a podiatrist specialising in biomechanics. I've treated thousands of patients, and I've found that these hard, flat surfaces cause our feet to roll in too far or overpronate. This excessive pronation can be the cause of many common aches and pains, such as plantar fasciitis or heel pain, knee pain, and even back pain. Now I'm going to talk to you about excess pronation, what it is, and its effect on our body. Now look at the line on Aaron's leg. Excessive pronation is the rolling inwards of the feet. As you can see here, the foot rolls inwards, causing a flattening and elongation of the arch, which results in a chain reaction of misalignment up the leg. You can also see how the collapsing of the arch can affect the length of her foot. Now look at the line drawn on Aaron's foot in the pronated position and compare it to the neutral or the correct position. You can see the difference in the length of her foot. Now people often think their feet are getting longer, but in fact their feet are actually collapsing, making the foot appear longer, and you can even see the difference in her arch. By placing the orthotic device under her foot, now you can see a dramatic difference from the inside and then from the front in the alignment of the foot, the leg, and even the knee. Orthoheel orthotic technology lifts the arch and helps support and realign the feet, which often provides relief from these common aches and pains associated with overpronation. This technology is available in our orthotics and is built right into all of our footwear. With OrthoHeal technology, we're giving you back your footprint, and in doing so, your ability to live the life you want to live in comfort.